Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Fun Friday Ideas. My name is Susan. October is AAC Awareness Month, so I'm going to use my talker today. It's not easy to use the talker all the time. We communicate using words and gestures, whatever works faster. And sometimes the word is hard to find. AAC isn't about knowing where the buttons are. It's about communicating effectively and efficiently. So it's important we expect our children to do the same. Obviously, I've pre-programmed much of this to make it faster and smoother. The app I am using is Snap plus CoreFirst. It's made by Tobii Dynavox. I like using it with my children who are just starting to communicate with high-tech devices. It is easy to learn. And customizable. But it is slow. As you can see. I want to show you the layout I use with my children in therapy instead.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch it over to the one that I use with my children in therapy. I have it set up in a way that is very, there we go, that works well in my therapy room or in home environments, as it uses a core setup, but it's still, I keep it pretty limited where it's only so many different core words. As I talked about before, it's important to give your children the opportunity to use all the different functions of communication, whether it's to protest, whether it's to request, direct actions, comment, things along that nature. So I make sure that I kind of hit on all those bases either on this screen or with the core word screen as well. So here I have different, most of these are directing actions as during play-based activities. That's a quick way to get our kids to understand the power of communication is through directing actions. Many of our kids, especially at this emergent communicator level, like to be little bosses. So it's important that we use that to our advantage and let them boss us around a little bit. So I have it here where I have my basic, my help. So that way we can ask for help real quick. You'll notice that the voice is also different than the one that I had for myself. This is a more child-friendly voice, whereas the one that you heard earlier sounded more like a young woman. So I have help. I have also put, open, and close. Again, pretty straightforward on those ones, directing some actions. I also have our go, turn, get, and want. Both of these go into another screen in hopes to start teaching two-word phrases and giving choices within the activity. So here we have go. And after my kids tell me go, now we have a choice. Do we want to go faster? Do we want to go slower? Mookie apparently wants to go
slower
and go lay down in bed. She must be feeling tired. So I have go. I have higher and lower, because a lot of times not only do we go faster and slower, but we might want to go higher or lower, up and down. Think about all the different dimensions that you can go. And then, of course, we have our stop. So that way we can either protest or terminate whatever is going on. Maybe we don't like it. Stop. And then after I have go, I have help, and then I have want. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. That's our communicating of requesting and telling us what we want to do. I have our different activities in here where we can do bubbles. Bubbles goes right back to here. So after we ask for bubbles, now we can, where are the bubbles going to go?
Higher.
Bubbles go higher.
Lower.
Bubbles go lower. Stomp them with your feet. Stomp, stomp, stomp. And maybe we can also open the bubble container. We can close the bubble container. And that's all with, after that, want bubbles. We also have our cars. Cars also can go faster, slower, higher, lower, or stop. Cars can also turn. They can turn faster, slower. If it's an electronic vehicle, we could turn it on and off. Then I also have turn me. I have turn me and turn you. I usually use that on a swing where we're turn or a spinny chair where we're turning each other around. But also I kind of start to use that sometimes with my turn and your turn, like turn, my turn, and now verbally do it the correct way. I'm just working within the parameters of what we have to communicate, because that's what we do every day. We can work on the fine tunings of it. Once the understanding of the concept is down, we can work on that grammar later. Don't load your kids up with correct grammar while they're still trying to figure out me versus you. All right, so we have that want. We have also our turns, which I showed you. We have ball, which is I like to keep that on the main screen because that's such a standard activity that all of our kids love to go to. It's a standard, let's do it.
Get.
Then I have our get. So I have our tickle games with get me and get you. You'll notice I try to keep some of these in the generally the same spot. A lot of times our pronouns are going to be on the left-hand side of talker devices. So I tried to keep that consistent with my device as well. I have me and you on that left-hand side. As our devices get more complex, those pronouns will always continue to be on the left-hand side. I try to keep that consistent here, going with that motor planning. That way we always understand this is the area that we go to for our pronouns, me and you, or other pronouns as well as we get onto that higher level. I also have get that. So maybe what they want isn't on that want screen. So now we have to do get that with a point. So now I know what you actually want. You don't want bubbles or a puzzle or cars or animals or Play-Doh or music. You want to get something else. So we head back. We can say
not Want.
Not want to protest that. No, we don't want that.
Not want.
Not want.
Get that.
Get that. So that way, again, now that's pretty high level. It would take a lot of prompting, I would think, to get some of my kiddos to communicate that full entire sentence, but they're capable of doing that with the right modeling. And a lot of times they're definitely able to do that with their gestures. They're able to communicate that. So it's important we support that. We see that that's what they're trying to model, or what they're trying to communicate. So we model it in here.
Not like.
Not like.
Not more.
No more bubbles. Let's do
Ball.
ball. All right, guys. So this is my Snap Plus Core. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me an email, send me a comment in the comments below. Let me know if you're a Snap Plus Core user and what your layout looks like and what type of layout you're using. I don't have any pictures on mine, but you could have custom pictures, custom images of some of your favorite toys. I choose not to do that just because it makes it easier on here, because sometimes the ball that we use might not always be the same ball. So I don't want kids to see that blue ball on here, but I can't find the blue ball today. We're using the basketball. Oh no. So I keep it generic on here so I have that flexibility. All right, guys. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Let me know how you're incorporating AAC into your daily routines and how you're using it as part of a total communication approach. All right, guys. Until then, bye.